John Cena, for the first time I've seen, publicly addressed that huge scandal he had when he talked about visiting the country of Taiwan. Taiwan has, a flag, has a national anthem, it has a currency, has a government, it has 25 million people, it has laws, it has everything that would make it a country, but it is not recognized as a country by the mainland country of China. Because there was a split that created Taiwan, which was the Chinese Civil War. And that led to two different Chinas developing in two different ways that also have two different histories. For example, like the nationalist Chinese history of the island, Chiang Kai-shek, to the suppression of the dictatorship, to the protest action that eventually led to them democratizing and deciding to go towards a Republican democracy style government instead of a Marxist-Leninist or Maoist or more Chinese, Beijing style of government. While China developed past Cultural Revolution, they stopped, beating birds to death with sticks and, cultural revolutioning all over the place. Having parents condemn their children condemn their parents, and developed more economically, grew quite sizably. They were able to stop the century of humiliation and develop in quite a massive way, becoming a massive economic power that can now threaten Taiwan. And the Chinese do their best through cultural soft power and through hard power to pressure everybody around the world not to recognize Taiwan as a country. They don't want to see Taiwan as a country, and they'll do everything they can to do it. And so when big stars like John Cena go out there and they just say Taiwan, the country of Taiwan, thinking nothing of it, to the Chinese, that's quite a big thing to say. And so that created quite a backlash. And so John Cena had to do like the China tour, do everything he can to fix his reputation in China, after all he did was say, again, that Taiwan is a country. Listen to him explain what it was like in his shoes during that moment.
So I'm doing prompter reads for everywhere. And it's like, hey, go this.
He's promoting Fast and Furious. He's promoting like a movie.
This place and see this movie. Go this place and see this movie. And no, my bad. I didn't check the reads because it's like an end of a 10-hour day. You do a million of these things. And one of them said like, hey, Taiwan, see this, and it was all in Mandarin. And the opinion described Taiwan as a country. So be the first country to see this. Now over there, they look through a different lens. Like geopolitics are murky waters, man. And that's when I learned of like, I just said it, left, everybody was cool. I did my thing. Like I read the prompt. It was like a Ron Burgundy moment. Like, go fuck yourself, San Diego. It's like the most offensive thing you can say. So I'm like, man, good job, John. You said you did 70% and people understood what you were talking about. And then they put that out and everybody was like, what the fuck did you just say? That's not how we do it over here. And again, just because like my takeaway, and it was a pretty tense moment for me. Like I had to apologize to China, and in apologizing to China, I pissed off my home country. I'm a patriot. I love the United States of America and everything it stands for. But like it was never enough. Nobody was happy. Everybody was fucked up.
See, the way he talks, it's so weird because I mean, I come from a different perspective, but like, no matter what, nobody was happy. Okay, then don't do something to make other people happy. Just do something because it's right. I mean, maybe, again, he's promoting a movie. There's a bunch of people who need to get paid off of that movie. There's a bunch of staff and producers and film crew and actors and people part of the Film Actors Guild, whatever. All these people who are reliant on him getting people to go watch that movie. So I understand that he wants to do whatever is necessary to salvage the film's release, to make sure the movie does well. But if you're just like, I'll call this country a country, or I won't call this country a country. I'll condemn this massacre. I won't condemn this massacre. I'll say it's good that this guy's cool, or I'll say it's bad if this country doesn't want me to say it. If this is what you do with your life, then like I understand. Like he's an actor, he's a wrestler. You're for sale, but man, that's for sale. That is for sale. Like that is for more sale than in some way politicians are, in an opinion. And when you're a politician, you can be lobbied. You can have people try to like say, we'll fundraise for you, we do X, Y, and Z for you. But if you're just out there just going back and forth, flip flop, and just based on whatever is necessary to make sure that movie release goes fine. Man, the movie doesn't just film you, man. The movie controls you. I get it though. You know, it's John Cena. He wants to do good. He wants to get all those butts in seats, but God, he didn't need to apologize to China. And yeah, you're gonna get the backlash for apologizing to China, and you should get the backlash for apologizing to China. It'd be one thing for him to say, like, hey, when I said Taiwan was a country, I didn't know the context. You know, that's not really my issue, not my business, right? I'm sorry if people misunderstood me. That'd be one thing. But to apologize to China for causing offense, the reason why Chinese people were offended is because Chinese people, largely speaking, view Taiwan as a part of China, and they think that they have possession over them, that they can just go in, that that's theirs, it will always be theirs, and it will forever be theirs, and that there's nothing that anyone can do to change that. That is the nationalist Chinese perspective of it. And causing offense to that perspective is not bad. It's not bad. You can cause offense to nationalists, and it's not bad. It's not something you should apologize for. You only apologize for it if you did something wrong, which he didn't by calling Taiwan a country, or you want their money, which is what he wanted. So, I mean, it was just like apology chasing for money, which there's more people than just John on the line. So I understand there's a little bit more ethical grayness than maybe some people would want to color the situation with. But at the end of the day, like, your face is your face, your image is your image, your voice is your voice, and like what you communicate is what you communicate, and you have to represent that. And so apologizing for that ends up turning a moment that was just meant to promote something that the Chinese misread as a pro-Taiwan statement or something that could be interpreted like that, to a moment that actually isolated Taiwan. But that reminded people how isolated the Taiwanese are, that somebody just referring to Taiwan as a country could lead to such a backlash and such a rollover from a big star like John Cena.
And it was like murky waters for me personally. And again, I don't know enough depth to know that. And now, like, people are like, oh man, can you speak Mandarin for this? I just won't do it. It's a skill that I have, but it's a skill that's going to remain with me because I don't understand. I don't have the depth of field to know what to call that place in that region of the world, and I haven't done enough research, and I don't have the wisdom, and I don't have like the cultural fluency.
What do you mean cultural fluency? It's like it's a country. It's just that, look, there's a bunch of like hot button issues that he could stumble into, but it's not a question about cultural fluency. It is a country in all actuality. It's just that China has the whole world playing this game. We have to pretend that it's not a country, where we will like rename our embassies like business associate or like a partnership group, or we rename embassies to something else that isn't embassies. Oh, it's not a blue crayon. Clearly it's blue, but we just call it something else. It's not a blue crayon. This isn't a pen. It's a writing device. Don't call it a pen. It is a pen. Obviously a pen. And we just got to keep playing this game. And watching these stars get chewed up by it is only going to get more entertaining as time goes on. Because every star that falls into this trap and then gets chewed up by it deserves it. Because you either fall in it and you take a bold stand once and that's it. You're like, look, I said country. I didn't know what it meant, but it is what it is, whatever. Or you say, yeah, I did mean country. Or you're going to flip flop and you're going to get eaten up and everyone's going to hate you. You either don't say anything at all, don't piss off either side, don't inform them of your existence, piss off one side, or piss off both sides. John Cena chose the latter option.